Hey, y'all, picture this. I'm standing in a grocery store in LJ, Georgia. My card's just been declined again in the red declined, on the screen screaming louder than the whispers behind me. Folks in line are chuckling. One guy mutters, "Bet that fancy watch costs more than my car." And a teenager snickers, "What? No Wi-Fi for your crypto?" I'm Jack Harper, used to run a tech empire out in Silicon Valley, but right now, I'm just a guy who can't pay for his coffee and bread. Then, out of nowhere, this little girl Lila, maybe 7, pigtails bouncing, steps up, holds out a crumpled $5, and says, "You can have my money, mister." The crowd laughs harder, but her eyes? Dead serious. She says, "Mama told me if someone's alone, you stand with them." That hit me like a freight train. Shame, pride, all of it crashing down. I'd walked away from the spotlight 3 years ago, burned out from boardrooms and betrayals, my name dragged through the mud after a deal went south. LJ was supposed to be my hideout, a sleepy town of 2,000, all apple orchards and old NASCAR stories. But that moment in the store? It went viral, broke Billionaire trending, my face plastered online with circus music and Monopoly money raining down. I wanted to bolt, but Lila's $5 kept me rooted. So I stayed, started fixing up a rundown playground behind the community center, sweat, paint, and a purpose I hadn't felt in years. Lila's mom, Sarah, a nurse who'd seen her own share of hard days, invited me over for dinner. Over warm root beer and spaghetti, I saw a life that felt real, not like the polished lies I'd left behind. But trouble follows a guy like me. A slick suit named Marcus Tate rolled into town, me old business partner, the one who'd sold me out. He cornered me outside the diner, smirking. "Jack, you're wasting your life fixing swings. Come back, clear your name, be somebody again." His voice was all honey, but his eyes? Pure venom. I told him, "I'm not your comeback story, Marcus. This town doesn't need a king, it needs someone who shows up." He shoved a business card in my pocket, muttering, "You'll beg for this when they turn on you." And they almost did. A doctored video hit the internet, making it look like I'd trashed the playground mural we'd painted, big bold letters, "Be the light," now covered in fake graffiti. Locals started whispering, "Told you he was trouble." Even Sarah looked at me sideways for a second. But Lila? She marched into that crowd, tiny fists clenched, and said, "Y'all are wrong. Jack's my friend, never do that." Sarah backed her up, cool as steel. He was at our place that night, helping Lila with her science project. Check the footage yourselves. A local blogger, Emma, dug into the video's metadata, tampered, just like I'd figured Marcus would play dirty. The town rallied, repainted the mural, added flowers, stars, and kids' handprints. We didn't just fix it, we made it ours. That playground became the Lights Corner, a library nook too, with books and cozy chairs where kids like Lila read to toddlers. Marcus showed up one last time, leaning against his shiny car, sneering, "This ain't you, Jack. You're bigger than this." I burned his card in Sarah's sink, watched it curl to ash, and said, "I'm exactly who I need to be." 10 years later, Ella J's different, stronger. The Lights Corner's a hub now, with story nights, heritage walks through old orchard trails, and a mural that screams, "Truth outshines lies." Lila's in high school, still carrying that spark, drawing pictures of that $5 moment. I stayed not 'cause I had to, but 'cause this town, these people, gave me a home when I was nobody. Marcus? He's still out there, chasing headlines. Me? I'm here, planting marigolds, laughing with Sarah, watching Lila chase fireflies. But sometimes I wonder, if I'd gone back, would I have lost this? Could I have been the guy Marcus wanted without breaking? What do y'all think? Does the past ever let you go? Or do you have to choose to let it burn? Drop a comment, tell me your take, and maybe share a time you had to pick between who you were and who you wanted to be. I'm listening.